Okay, so we are starting the interview. So if you want to, you can go ahead and give us your name and
My name is Ronnie Hawkins. This is my cousin Shannon. And in June of 1994, I had been abducted by three, what I presume to be male aliens. And what these aliens had did was take my upper half of my body and they had replaced it and moved it to where the lower half of my body is, and then in turn took the lower half of my body and put it to where my upper half was.
what do you mean by that, Ronnie?
What they had done was to take the upper half of my body, change it around, move it to where my lower half was, reverse that, and then put my lower half up to where my upper half had been.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to do much since then. And that's why Shannon's here tonight, because Friday night he comes, being the good Samaritan he is, he goes out and gets my groceries.
You said since your abduction, you've had to go onto welfare, food stamps,
That is correct, yes. I'm on government financial assistance.
and it's taken away your ability to work, is what you said.
That is correct.
Can you take us back to that night that you were abducted?
You know, I can't rightly remember much of the night.
I think Ronnie, you were there. In the reports, it said you were there.
I was there. We were, out drinking, as fellas do. And we were wandering about. We went a little bit past 147 in a cattle pasture. The plan was to go cow tipping, but that never worked out, as you will soon find out. I was standing in that cow pasture, and Ronnie here was standing right next to me. And Ronnie just started floating like a feather. He was weightless, just hovering. And he started just floating up in the air. And I said, Ronnie, you get down here. God damn it, quit playing damn tricks on me. I don't know how the hell you're doing this, but Ronnie, he was just catatonic, y'all. I wish y'all could have seen the face that Ronnie was making at this moment. But Ronnie continued floating and floating up into the damn stratosphere.
Now, in the 911 call, you said you had seen him go into some sort of vehicle. Can you describe that?
That is correct. There was a saucer, if you will, up in the sky that opened up, y'all, and it was like a camera lens. How the camera lens opens up. And his body floated into this opening. And as soon as his body floated into that opening, this son of a bitch disappeared. And I hadn't seen him for 3 days afterwards. We were worried to hell. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
And Ronnie, you don't remember any of this.
I can see brief flashes, prisms, kaleidoscopes of colors, brief images of one of the creatures, his eyes. They were like that of a demon's, but also most tender angel. And I've seen my blood. They drew my blood and they put it into a bag. And then I saw they had another bag, and that bag was filled with a green fluid, and I could smell the fluid, and it burned my nostrils. And they put that into my veins, that fluid.
And according to the police reports, the doctors were unable to get a sample of this green fluid. They only had red fluid coming out of your veins.
Yeah, that's correct, because when it's inside of me, it's green.
Oh.
Like most people, when the blood's inside, it's blue, and it comes out, it's red. Well, now mine's green inside of me.
And that's what you think has caused you to lose your ability to function.
Well, that, and right before that, when they took the upper half of my body and then moved it to where the lower half of my body, reversed that, and then took my lower half and put it to where my upper half of my body was.
Like a Rubik's Cube.
Sort of like a Rubik's Cube, I guess. It was a painful experience. I wouldn't wish that on the devil or nobody. I used to have a job for this. I used to be able to work, earn an honest living.
Y'all wouldn't believe this by looking at him, but Ronnie could sell water to a drowning person. He was the best damn car salesman I had ever met. Now, for a while there, we were business partners. Ronnie here owned a used car dealership, and I fixed, he would go and buy used cars, and we'd flip them and fix them. And
I was the best damn car salesman in the county, in the state. And those goddamn aliens, they took that, and then they took my upper body, put it to where my lower body is, replaced my lower body, and put it up to where my upper body was in reverse.
Now, you were recently quoted in the Winston-Salem Gazette for a comment you made regarding the new George Lucas film that just came out.
That is correct. And, I've never really been a sci-fi geek or nothing. Maybe I was a kid, I read a couple of comic books.
we watched a little bit of Twilight Zone.
We saw the Twilight Zone on the TV.
We used to like to watch Mr. Spock on the television.
Right. I've never been obsessed with creatures and gremlins or haunts, specters, gewgaws, none of that. But I had seen, it came on the TV, the new Star Wars movie.
The trailer.
The trailer for the new Star Wars film. And I've never been interested in that sort of stuff. But I had this feeling, this intuition inside me that said, y'all best run down and see that picture. And took Shannon, took some boys, took my wife. We got to go see him, fixing to see the picture. And I got a drawing did up, and this little character came on, and it was this man.
Could you hold it a little closer?
It was this man here. And I saw him, and I said, when I saw him, I says, ain't that the darndest thing? There he is. There he is, one of my captors, looking at me and smiling and laughing. Now, I don't think this was mere coincidence. I came down to the local library, and I read about the director of the film, George Lucas, and I come to think he might be an abductee himself. And the only way he knows how to talk about it is through his movies. I mean, why else would I see the exact same face that was staring at me, filling me up, green blood, taking the upper half of my body and putting it to where my lower half of my body was, then taking my lower half of my body, reversing it, putting it on my upper half.
That's the damnedest thing, y'all.
Well, all right, thank you. Anything else you want to say for my assignment? Mr. Hawkins?
I want to say something. There are things out there, things they don't want us to know about, things you couldn't ever understand. And I think those that are in power know that. I think that those that are in power are afraid of these things like we are.
They just don't want to admit it. They don't want to be vulnerable.
That's just my 2 cents.
They took away these secrets and they squirrel them away into hidey holes for nobody to find. It just makes me sick. I start to just tense up. You know, and I just,
Oh, here it comes. Here,
What's going on?
y'all, this happens from time to time. Now, I'm glad we're getting this on camera.
Ronnie, are you there?
The alien, they're using them as a conduit to send
Ronnie's
a
not
message.
here.
They're using a conduit to send a message, y'all.
Ronnie's not here anymore.
You hear
Y'all
that?
must be voting for Hillary Clinton.
What?
Y'all must be voting for Hillary Clinton. Google Jeffrey Epstein. Bill
What?
Cosby's innocent.
What's Google?
Y'all,
oh shit. Woo! Lord, howdy. Did I fall asleep again there? Right in the middle of the dang interview. I'm sorry about that. Good Lord. Woo!
Ronnie,
Ah.
they used me as a conduit again.
I want the aliens to leave me alone.
Leave him alone!
I just want
Leave him alone! Y'all hear me? Leave him alone!
my body. Why do they gotta use my body? I'm a man, ain't I?
What do y'all want with Ronnie?
I'm a man with a heart and with blood that's now green. I'm a man with an upper half that was switched with his lower half, and then his lower half was switched to where his upper half was, and then reversed. Why'd they do this to me? Why'd they do this to me, Shane?
Let's bow our heads and pray. Jesus, we come to you. We pray, Jesus. We hope that you take these little men and you send them straight to where they belong. Jesus, help Uncle Ronnie.
Help me, Lord.
Take these demons,
Take these demons,
these
these
men, cast them out. Cast them out.
Cast them out. I swear to you.
Jesus, we pray to you